Hey everyone, welcome to Tajjad, Finding Strange Secrets to Drop. Today we're going to talk about how you can change your reality just by the way you look at things, okay? It's January 6th, that's the day I'm making this podcast, and it's really an odd day to reflect on things that have happened in this country and that are happening around the world. Everyone knows about the J6. Different people in this country have different points of view. I'm not here to talk about your point of view. You can choose to see things how you want to and have the same energy reflected on how you view things. That's up to you. What I do know is that coming from the Battlegrounds in New York, from Harlem, everything was always a battle. I'm looking at life right now, and it seems like it's always been about struggle and battle and fight and competition. By the way, I did play on a basketball team named the Cavaliers with Stan Brown, great coach. We did a lot of good things. We won championships in New York back in the 70s. But let me tell you, struggle is not always about that. It's not always about beating someone, because if someone wins, then someone has to lose. And that's what the Battleground taught me. As I told you in a previous video, I went there to play, and I found out that you had to play hard sometimes in order to come out on top and get respect. And that seems to be what's happening in the world nowadays. J6, January 6th, horrible in this country. Absolutely horrible, no matter what side you look at it, from the left or the right. Like my boy Billy Carson says from ForbiddenKnowledge.com, he says, left wing, right wing, same bird, no difference. So I'm not here to take a side, if you will. I look at things a little bit differently now, coming from that struggling environment where I went through a lot of different things in life to have to pull myself out and have others help me. One of the things I did do, is take a look at this struggle and say, there's got to be a better way to live. And I started taking a look at the conflicts that were happening in the Middle East and in Eastern Europe, around the world, the devastation in Africa, the things that have happened in this country with Native Americans, all over the world. And I said, this doesn't seem like a good plan, because we're not getting along. We're not being beneficial and loving towards each other. So you heard that Beatles record, Love Is All You Need, Love Is All You Get. Well, we're not really reflecting that as human beings. So what's the story? How do we change that narrative? First of all, we have to find out where it came from. And it looks like we've been suffering from a narrative many, many years with being, I'm just doing a little something here, with being subjected to someone else's arrangements. So, that sounds like we're being controlled. Now, we can talk more about that in Finding Strange Secrets to Drop through Tajjad. I got to tell you, we're going to take a look at that. But right now, I just want to focus on one thing that's really important for you as a human being, for all my listeners out there, and that's something called changing the way you look at things to change your outcome, to change how you experience things. Now, this may seem like, the law of attraction or some of those other pseudoscience ideas, but we are more powerful as human beings than you can ever imagine. We really, really are. And there's something called in quantum physics called the double slit experiment. Look it up. I'll put a link in the description so that you can do that, as well as a link to the person I quoted before, Billy Carson, on ForbiddenKnowledge.com. But what's going on here is that a strange phenomena happens when you just simply observe what's happening with a situation in your life and in other situations in life. Simply by being an observer, you can actually change the outcome of something. Now, that may seem absurd. Hey, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to debate with you. All I know is that science, quantum physics, has proven that the nature of the interactions of molecules and atoms, they actually change just by the very nature of an observer. So, you do your research, you take a look at it, but I have something to say to you. I said, I want to drop some secrets every single episode, something that can impact your life, something that if you're going through depression, if you're going through economic insecurity, if you're going through addiction, got a lot of experience with that, I can tell you, how to get out of that, how to change your life. Well, it's a very, very simple thing to do. I didn't say it was easy, I said it's simple. You get the idea, you grasp the idea, you apply it in your life, and you see what changes in your life as a result of that. But you're going to have to make some effort. You're going to have to do some things. And here's the little secret. I told you I was going to give it to you, right? So here it is. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. So I'll say that again. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. Try it in your life. See what happens. imagine, vision what you'd like to have in your life, what you'd like to be in your life, because change happens within. First, imagine that change within and project that change without. You're going to mirror tomorrow what's inside you today. So if you have a lot of negative energy, if you have a lot of trials and tribulations, and you're not having a good outlook on that for a good outcome, guess what? Tomorrow's going to look just like yesterday. But if you see something that can be better, more beneficial to you, if your life can look differently tomorrow than it does today, first you make that change inside today. It's like Michael Jackson said, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm looking to make that change. And if you want to make a better world, look at yourself and make the change. That's what he said. Same principle. Check it out, y'all. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. That's the secret for today. We'll be back with some more secrets to drop through Tajjad in a future episode. Y'all have a good day, and be safe out there.